Okay, students, we are starting arithmetic progression. Now, arithmetic progression is a series. You can see I have given three examples here. This one, two, and three. Now, in all these are all series, but if you see the pattern of the series, at every successive elements, the difference between each successive elements is always same. So that means this type of sequence or series in which we add a certain fixed number to to every element and we get the next term. Just try to see what I mean. If you see here, the first term is A. So the first term is A, that is number, in fact first term is 1 and the next term is 4. Now if you see the difference between 4 and 1, that's 4 minus 1, that is 3. That means with 1 I am adding 3, I am getting 4. Again if you see the difference between 7 and 4, again if you see it is 3. Again if you see the difference between 10 and 7, that is 3. Again if you see the difference between is, that is 3. Here also if you see the difference is 2. At every successive steps the difference is 2. And here if you see at every successive steps the difference is minus 2. Okay, 10, then minus 2 you get 8. 8 minus 2 you are getting 6. 6 minus 2 you are getting 4. 4 minus 2 you are getting 2, and so on. So this type of series in which the elements, there is a fixed common difference between each element, that is called arithmetic progression. In short we can say that A, B, C are said to be in AP. That means there are three elements are said to be in AP if B minus A is equal to C minus B, is it not? If you see B minus A, 4 minus 1, that is 3, and then C minus B, that is again 3. So that means if I start with 3 numbers, but it can be infinite numbers, A, B, C, D, E, F, 1, 4, 7, 10 and so many, but I am just explaining you this 3 parts, that if A, B, C are said to be in AP, if B minus A equals to C minus B. So from here if you see, I can say that B plus B is equal to A plus C. I can say 2B is equal to A plus C, and I can say B is equal to A plus C by 2. That means from here we can understand that conditions for AP, that means A, B, C are in AP if A plus C divided by 2 is equal to B. So that means A plus C divided by 2 is equal to B, then we can say that sequence is in AP, and where B is known as where B is known as the arithmetic mean between A and C. Okay, so you can understand 1, 4, 7, this is in AP. This series is in AP. How can I prove that it is in AP? If I can prove this, that means if you can see A plus 7 means 1 plus 7 divided by 2, you will get 4. Again if you see here, 4 plus 10 divided by 2, you are getting 7. Again if you see here, 7 plus 13 divided by 2, you are getting 10. Here also if you see 2 plus 6 divided by 2, it is 4. Again 6 plus 10 divided by 2 is equal to 8, and so on. So these are the conditions for AP. Understand? Okay. Now let the first term of an AP is equal to A and common difference is equal to D. Then what will be my AP? My first term, what I told, first term, let the first term is A and the common difference is D. So common difference is D means the second term, the next term will be what? A plus D. Then the third term will be A plus D plus D, that will be A plus 2D. Then the fourth term will be A plus 2D plus D, that will be A plus 3D. So you can see this is the first term, this is the second term, this is the third term, and this is the fourth term. Okay, now take an example. If I say A as say 2 and common difference is 3, then my AP will be what? The first term will be 2, second term will be 2 plus 3, that is 5, third term will be 5 plus 3, that is 8, fourth term will be 8 plus 3, that is 11, then fifth term will be 11 plus 3, that will be 14, and so on. Okay, now in this case also, if you see that this 3 number, this is in AP, because you can see that 8 plus 2 divided by 2, you are getting 10 by 2 as 5. Again, if you see here 11 plus 5 divided by 2, you are getting 16 by 2, that is 8. What, understand? And you can say that 5 is the arithmetic mean between 2 and 8. You can say that 8 is the arithmetic mean between 5 and 11. You can say 11 is the arithmetic mean between 8 and 14. So understand the concept? Now see, what I was trying to say here. The first term is A, second term is A plus D, third term is A plus 2D, fourth term is A plus 3D. Now what will be my fifth term? My fifth term will be A plus 3D, again plus D, and that will be A plus 4D. Now if you see this pattern, now looking at the pattern, okay, looking at, if you see the pattern, then when it is second term, it is only D. When it is third term, it is 2. When it is fourth term, it is 3. When it is fifth term, it is 4. Now if you see, when I say first term, that means first term is this, okay, A1. Then I can say it is A plus, okay, 1 minus 1 into D. Just try to understand, because you see first term, okay, now see second term, when you are second term, you are getting as A plus D. When it is third term, you are getting A plus 2 here, 2D. Okay, now if you can understand this pattern, A plus, now what you are getting A. Now what will be my second term? You see second term is this. So I can say it is second term will be 2 minus 1 into D. So second means here it will be second. Now if it is third term, we are getting A plus D. Now if it is third term, we will have A plus 3 minus 1 into D. And therefore, if I say A nth term means any term. Now nth term means any term means I will say it is A plus n minus 1 into D. So this is the formula for finding any terms of an AP. Of any terms of an AP. Try to understand here. If you see this example, my first term, if you see this example, you see first term is A. Now let A is equal to 2, and if you see the common difference here, it is 3, D it is 3. Now let me find the fifth term. Here I already know the fifth term, right? I already know the fifth term. So 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth, 14. Now if I want to find the fifth term, then first always we'll write the formula a plus n minus 1 into d. Now fifth term means a5. A means 2 plus n minus 1 means 5 minus 1. And you know common difference is 3. So into 3. What you are getting? 2 plus 5 minus 1, you are getting 4 into 3. What you are getting? 2 plus 12 and we are getting 14. And you see the fifth term was 14. Likewise, they can ask you the 100th term, the 200th term, the 50th term. So that means in that case I will put n is equal to that term, whatever they told. Understand? So you can understand, to get the terms I can use this formula. Now out of this, if any one term is not known, in this formula if you put the term, then you can get it. Okay, from this example only I'll explain you again. So you understood this one, we got the fifth term. Now suppose if it is 2, 5, 8, 11, 14, then again it will be 17, then again it will be 20, and so on. Okay. Now just if I ask you a question, which term of the series is 20? Now I already know it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seventh term is 20. Okay. Seventh term is 20, and suppose I don't know. I know up to this much only. The remaining is given in ... And they told which term of the series will be 20. That means we have to find n. That means A I know. D I know. D will be 5 minus 2. That will be 3. Okay, common difference. And we have to find, and A n we know, the term we know 20. We have to find n. So that means I can say that A n is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. So A plus n minus 1 into D. So A means 2. A n, nth term we already know, the term is 20. But which term I don't know. So in place of A n I am putting 20. A is 2 plus n I don't know, n minus 1, and D we know 3. Okay. So we are getting what? 20 minus 2. 20 minus 2 is equal to n minus 1 into 3. We are getting 18. 18 divided by 3. 18 by 3 is equal to n minus 1. Now see what we are getting. We are getting 6 plus 1 is equal to n, and therefore n is equal to 7. And if you remember, it was actually the 7th term, 2, 5, 8, 11, then 12, 13, 14, then 15, 16, 17, then 18, 19, 20. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that was the 7th term. Okay. So this is how we have to find, okay, the terms of AP. Now sometimes they may give you the last term, they may give you the first term, and the nth term they may ask you to find the common difference, so you can get the value of D from there. Okay, so that is how we have to find the terms in an AP. Okay. Okay, now see this sum. It will determine the general term of an AP whose 7th term is minus 1. Now general term actually means, you have to find the nth term. You have to find the nth term of this series whose 7th term is minus 1 and 16th term is 17. Now if I start with let the first term is equal to A and common difference. is equal to D. Then we already know that nth term is A plus n minus 1 into D. And since we know the seventh term, I can say A7, that is A plus 7 term means it is 7 minus 1 into D. And 7 term is minus 1, we already know. So in this 7 term, I will put minus 1 is equal to A plus 6D. So finally I can say that A plus 6D is equal to minus 1. Now let it be equation 1. Similarly again we can say that 16 term, again AN is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. Now 16 term means given, 16 term means A16 is equal to given 17. Okay, here 7 term means given A7 is equal to minus 1. So therefore we have put A7. So 16 term means A16 is equal to A plus 16 minus 1 into D. A16 term we already know, that is 17. A plus 15D. So finally we can say that A plus 15D is equal to 17. So equation number 2. Okay. Now if I solve this equation 1 and 2, okay, simultaneously, A plus 6D and A plus 17. Now if I just subtract minus and minus and minus, you are getting minus 9D is equal to minus 18. Okay, understand? So we are getting D is equal to 2. Okay, now since we got D is equal to 2, and now I can say now since we got D is equal to 2, now if we put the values there, we can get the value of the nth term. Okay. Okay. So after getting D, and then we can get the value of A also. So any of the equation if I put A plus 6D is equal to minus 1. So A plus 6 into 2 is equal to minus 1. So I got A is equal to minus 1 minus 12. I got A is equal to minus 13. Now they told find the general term. General term means nth term. Now what will be nth term? An is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. So A means minus 13 plus n minus 1, and D is how much? 2. So finally if I solve this, minus 13 plus 2n minus 2, we get minus 13, we are getting 2n minus 13, 14, 15. So an is 2n minus 15 term. Okay, 2n minus 15. Okay, understand? Okay, now see this one. They told how many numbers of 2 digits are divisible by 7. Okay. Now we can say 2-digit numbers. Now 2-digit number, it starts from number 10, then 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 and so on, and then it ends from at 97, then 98, and the last is 99. Okay, so these are the 2-digit numbers. Now if you see in this 2-digit number, the first number which is divisible by 7 is 14. So numbers divisible by 7 will be what? 14, then will be 21, then will be 28, then will be 35, and if you see from here, the last 2-digit number is, and then 98. Okay, now we know So the sequence will be therefore the AP. Now here it is an AP because the AP is what? The first term will be 14, okay, then 21, then 28, then 35, okay, 35 and then 42 and dot dot dot, and the last term will be 98. Now this last term also means nth term, right? We know the formula. We write an equals to a plus n minus 1 into d. Now instead of this, sometimes when we know the last term, instead of an, because nth term means the last term, but we will also say last term l. An means L. We can also say A plus N minus 1 into D, or so either we write An, and if directly the last term is given, sometimes we write L. Okay, but both is acceptable. Both are same only. Understand? So here we can say that A is equal to 14. The first term is 14, and common difference is 7. Okay. Now in fact we have to find nth term. How many terms are there? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th term, 6, 7th thing. How many terms? That means we have to find n. Now here that means last term we know 98, A we know 14, and n we have to find n minus 1, and D is how much? 7. So finally we can say it is 98 minus 14 is equal to n minus 1 into 7. Okay, so what we got? 4 and then 8, 84 by 7 is equal to n minus 1, and then you can see it is 12. So finally we can say 12 plus 1 is equal to n. So n is equal to 13. So that means there are 13 two-digit number which are divisible by 7, and therefore 13 two-digit numbers are divisible by 7. Okay, so that is the answer. Clear? Okay, now see in this sum they told the sum of 3 numbers in an AP is 15 and their product is 105. Now we can start with let the AP means let the 3 numbers, because they told 3 numbers. So 3 numbers from an AP, okay, and the sum of them is 15. So let the AP we can take like this: A minus D, A and A plus D, where the common difference here, common difference is D. Okay, now try to understand. If this term is A minus D, okay, if here the first term is A minus D, then what will be the next term? Next term will be A minus D plus D. We are getting how much? A. And what will be the third term? The third term will be A plus D, right? So this, now why I have done that? Because since they told sum of 3 numbers, now see what happens. That sum of this 3 number, A minus D plus A plus D, is equal to 15. Okay, now since I have taken the AP as this way, then what happens, you see, this D and D get cancelled, and finally we can directly get the value of A. So 3A is equal to 15, and we are getting A is equal to 5. We are getting A is equal to 5. Understand? So now if I put the values, therefore the numbers, the terms becomes, therefore the numbers are, what will be the numbers? 5 minus D, and then it will be 5 and 5 plus D. And now what they told, the product of these numbers are 105, and therefore again according to the question I can say that 5 minus D into 5 and into 5 plus d is equal to 105. Now if you see here, 5 minus d, 5 plus d is equal to 105 by 5, you're getting 21, and using a minus b whole square we get 5 square minus d square is equal to 21. So 25 minus 21 is equal to d square. We are getting d square is equal to 4. We are getting d is equal to plus minus 2. Okay. So here there can be two answers. How? When? Because a already we got 5 and d we got plus 2 or minus 2. So when d is equal to 2, okay, d is equal to 2, then the numbers will be what? The first one will be 5 minus 2, then it will be 5, then it will be 5 plus 2. That is, the numbers will be what? 3, 5 and 7. And when d is equal to minus 2, then the numbers will be what? The first will be 5 minus of minus 2, next number will be 5, okay, and then the next number will be 5 plus minus 2. Now if you see, we are getting as 5 plus 2, we are getting 7, then we are getting 5, we are getting 3, okay. So the answer will be 3, 5, 7 or 7, 5 and 3. Okay, understand? Okay, so just now in this sum that I have shown you just now, in that case, the sum of 3 terms was given and the product was given. Then what we have taken the term as? We have taken the term as a minus d, a and a plus d, because as I have told you, we should take such convenient values so that when we add them, like a minus d plus a plus d, then what happens? You can see this d and d is getting cancelled. Now sum of them is given 15, then we are getting 3a is equal to 15. Similarly in the product also, if you remember, we have done 5 minus d, then 5, and then 5 plus d is equal to 105. Then here also 5 goes there, and then 5 plus d and 5 minus d become 5 square minus d square, and then 105, and this 5 goes there, 21. So that means for convenience of calculation, we take this way. Okay, so when we do the sum, then also we don't have any problem, and when we do the product, then also we can use a square minus b square. We don't have any problem. Okay, so that was if 3 terms was given. Now sometimes, rarely, in your syllabus generally they give you 3 terms. In higher classes you may get but be ready. You can understand. Suppose if 4th term is given, the sum of 4 terms, then we can take the numbers as a minus 3d, next term is a minus d, then the next term will be a plus d, and the next term will be a plus 3d. Here we are taking the common difference as d. So if we take the first term, so here a minus 3d is the first number. The second number will be what? A minus 3d plus 2d. Okay, common difference is d. So what we are getting? You can see a minus d. The third term, what we will get? A minus d again plus 2d. What we get? We get a plus d. And fourth term, what we will get? A plus d plus 2d. So a plus d plus 2d, you are getting a plus 3d. Understand? So we'll start with a minus 3d, then a minus d, a plus d, and a plus 3d. We are getting it as 2d. Okay. So now if I add them, a minus 3d plus a minus d plus a plus d plus a plus 3d. Now sum of 4th term. Now sum of 4th term is given, suppose 20. Then if I add them, now if you see, minus d and plus d is getting cancelled, and minus 3d and plus 3d is also getting cancelled. Now a plus a plus a plus a, we are getting 4a is equal to 20. We are getting a as 5. Okay. Now if they give us product also, okay, a minus 3d, then a minus d, then a plus d and a plus 3d, and product is equal to something, then I can use this and this and I can use this and this. So a square minus 3d square, and then this into this I get a square minus d square. Understand? So for convenience of calculation we take this. So understand, when there will be 4 terms given, then we will take, let the terms be this way. Okay, a minus 3d, a minus d, a plus d, and a plus 3d. Similarly, when 5 terms are given, then we'll start with a minus 2d, then here the common difference will be d. So a minus 2d, then a minus d, naturally the next one will be a, the next one will be a plus d, and the next one will be a plus 2d. Here also if you can see, if you add all of them, then this 2d and 2d will get cancelled, and minus d will get cancelled, and then you will have a plus a plus a plus a plus a. 5a equals to something, will get the value of a easily. Understand? So this is very important part to remember. Okay, and especially as I have told you, you should understand this one better. Then this and this you can already understand after that. Okay, so but the most common in class 10 level is that they generally give you sum of 3 terms, as I have explained you just in the previous example 3 that I have explained you. Okay, understand? So this is the end of part 1, arithmetic progression. Okay, I'll come up with more sums of arithmetic progression in part 2. Okay.